Hello and welcome everybody. We are spending another evening playing World of Warships Legends. So tonight I am playing with my Suzuya, however you pronounce it. I'm very terrible at pronouncing all of the ship names. Even struggling with the American ones sometimes, you know. So, but anyway, this is one of my favorite ships actually. I really like the Japanese cruisers. I know not too many people play with these a lot. But it kind of supports my playstyle, I guess. So yeah, if you're struggling with cruisers, you know, like pretty much all the cruisers, I feel like these are the most challenging class, to be honest. Like, you know, destroyers, you kind of have your niche, stay hidden, dump torpedoes, run away, you know, don't get spotted, that kind of thing. Battleships, you know, you want, you know, for the most part, get big hits, destroy other ships, and you know, with a couple of salvos in some scenarios. So with the cruisers, you're that person that's dying very quickly a lot of times. So yeah, so for the most part, you know, general rule of thumb, don't stay broadside to a battleship, and even some other cruisers can really take you out pretty quickly with AP rounds. But to start off, I actually like to play a little aggressive and go in quickly before I get spotted. The Japanese cruisers kind of have this weird torpedo angle where you can't fire them like at all forward. It's literally 90 degrees off to the side or behind you. So I like to kind of go in until I'm spotted and then like to pull away. So then that way, as ships are coming towards me or into zones, I can have torpedoes, you know, on the way to kind of try and, you know, hope I get lucky and get some hits with those and defend medals. So. This game I decided to dump some torpedoes into B, hopefully to get, you know, a lucky shot on a destroyer or something, although this particular game there is only one destroyer on each team, so it's very unlikely to happen. But B, it does look like it's getting capped, so you might look out there. But ultimately I'm going over to A to kind of help the guys over on this side. A couple of battleships, or at least one battleship, 2 cruisers already spotted over in that direction, heading that direction. So we'll see what we can do. And with a lot of the Japanese cruisers, their kind of strong point is HE shells. So a lot of times when you light fires, they burn longer and do more damage. So I've kind of outfitted the ship to kind of support that as well as the commander. So basically, most of the time you're going to see me trying to light fires with this guy. And of course, right off the bat, one of these guys hit me pretty good, just because of how I was angled. But as you can see, if you're angled a little bit further away and they're still hitting your hull, you're not going to take that much damage. This Missouri is a little concerning, though. You know, and a lot of times, too, like, you know, the other team sees a cruiser, and they're like, everybody shoot that guy. You know, like, everybody likes to get rid of the cruisers first, just because... You know, on occasion you can literally delete somebody from the game in one salvo. So it's all about keeping and maintaining an angle. So here is kind of nice because this is kind of my strategy that I like to play. I'm a little outnumbered on this side. The other guys on my team are kind of hiding behind that island. But I'm already up to 30,000 damage just from getting hits and causing fires. So what I like to try and do is, okay, I'm assuming some of these ships have used their damage count already, and let's see if we can light another fire, because that's how we're going to stack up damage. So if we can get another fire going on somebody, and they don't have their damage control party ready, that's when I'm going to start being able to see the numbers tick up. So kind of trying to move away just because I'm taking a lot of damage and I'm having to use all my repair parties right here in the beginning of the match. So, and then since everybody's been picking on me, I am running away, trying to divert attention to somebody else. I feel like I've taken enough bullets this game, so somebody else take attention for me. We got a destroyer way out there, out on A, so hopefully, you know, people notice him, notice torpedoes coming towards them, and maybe divert their attention, divert their angles, but it's not going well for me thus far in the game, as far as that's concerned, but I'm still lighting fires, I'm getting defend medals, So I'm getting XP, I'm making money, making credits for the game here. I do keep I do keep ducking and weaving here too, so this has really kept me alive at this point in the game. But to like kind of to the benefit of how this ship is laid out, and a lot of the Japanese cruisers are kind of the same way. It makes sense to, like, as you're moving away from ships, to weave back and forth, because as one side of the ships, torpedoes on one side of the ships get ready to get reloaded, then you can dump those back towards incoming ships. So it's been kind of nice since these ships have been heading in this direction, although none of that has worked out for me, and I have no torpedo hits yet. So literally all my damage is, you know, the 46,000 damage that I have now is all fireballs at this point, all HE shells. And we were already up to, what does it look like, 8 fires that we've got going, 9 defend medals, so that's super helpful. We're probably going to make money on this game pretty easily. But yeah, so the heat has died off a little bit as I've moved away from people, and this is a strategy that just not enough people employ. So if you're able to just survive the game, stay in the game, because then you can keep shooting. So many people just like gung-ho it and like want, like, okay, I need to go in and do as much damage before I die. Like, this is a terrible strategy. Like, then you're dead. I'm still alive by running away. Yes, maybe I'm a coward, you know. Like, I get messages all the time from people, you know, you're a wuss, you didn't, you know, go in. I'm like, well, no, I wanted to survive so that I could keep shooting. Like, and that's the whole point. And this is going to come around in my favor, you know. So the game's pretty even now, and we're even down a zone. But as I've run away, now I'm unspotted, so I can kind of reposition myself. And ideally, what I want to do is get to a point where some of these guys are coming towards me enough, or moving towards the rest of my team enough, that I can get some torpedo hits on them. So since I'm unspotted, since I'm not spotted, I can kind of position myself to be able to get some torpedoes dumped in the water, and just kind of see how they do. And kind of all of these ships are kind of moving in this general direction. So I'm going to put them out in the water, even though it says I'm out of range, but they're moving this way. And then since they're not looking at me, let's take some shots, see if we can start some more fires.
Enemy battleship sighted.
So now I'm splitting kind of my attention between all of these guys. But, you know, if somebody was kind of lower on health, you know, it's kind of nice to pick on them, because then you get rid of that ship, and then that's one less ship that's shooting at your team, right? And it looks like the Missouri is taking a shot at me, so I'm trying to avoid some of these bullets. So full brakes, full reverse, turn away, and we took no damage, if not just a little bit. And then kind of, you know, rinse and repeat this strategy. So I'm turning back to the other side so I can get torpedoes off from the other side of my ship. And of course, still have 0 torpedo hits, but doing great. And those ran out right before the Massachusetts got to them. But yep, so here I'm still attention's drawn back to me, but I'm far enough away that when I see them fire, you know, and I can kind of try and pay attention to how many ships are looking at me, how many ships are actually firing at me, and when I see those bullets launch, then you just kind of, you know, change direction, go in full reverse, and see if you can't dodge them. When you've got this much distance between you and a battleship, a lot of times you can dodge those bullets. Still taking hits. Of course, now I'm out of repair party. But we are up to 77,000 damage now. 12 fires started. We do have 1 kill under our belts. Maybe another one here? No, somebody else beat me to the Massachusetts. See how we can do against this Azuma. So he's the only one spotting us now at this point. Not a good hit there. Like, if we can get a fire going, we can get this kill. The problem now is like doing it with my other team. So that's the other thing too, is like if you move out of kind of the, you know, where all the attention is, that also gives, yep, we didn't get the kill. It also gives your time for your team to kind of like move in and help you out. So like if they were, you know, what happened here was they were over at Zone C, took care of any ships that were over there, capped the zone, and then started moving in your direction. So if you're outnumbered, like, just survive. Like, just survive, go unspotted, live to fight another day, and then you can come back in when there's so much less attention on you. And then now here I am, getting hits, getting points. Trying really desperately to get kills. There we go. Fire finally finished him off. So now it's going to be a matter of driving around the rest of the game until we, you know, ideally win. You know, for the most part, this game is in the bag, but we'll see if we can find the destroyer. I do kind of like if I'm on the receiving end of this, a lot of times, you know, I just YOLO it. You know, it's like, let's have fun and just charge at a battleship if I'm a destroyer, or try and ram somebody if I'm a ram another battleship if I'm a battleship. But at this point, most of my team's going to move into B to try and get the cap there, which is nice. Because then if we do have a situation where a destroyer is just running away to try and let the clock run out, you know, hopefully we can win, you know, we can close the game out early by winning off points, although there is only 3 minutes left in this game. I do have my epic mod on this cruiser just because I use it a lot. So, you know, if you've got premium going on your account, which a lot of, you know, players that are playing this game a lot do, and then, you know, any sort of credit boosters, then the premium ships are going to grant you a lot of credits. So I play with this a lot just as my money maker, just because I can get a lot of hits and do a lot of work in it. So Brandenburg's got crazy secondary range. Most people outfit those for secondaries. The regular guns then end up kind of being terrible, just because everyone's got them outfitted for secondaries. And then we do spot a British destroyer here, so at least we know where he's at. And I'm gonna unload, and you'll see some of the rest of the team is just, you know, it's the only thing left to shoot at, so you might as well throw some bullets into the smoke screen, even if he's not spotted. And then you'd think being a cruiser, you'd get tons and tons of hits here, but a lot of my bullets are missing, so we're just getting kind of unlucky. We'll see if we can get the kill or not. Literally everyone's shooting him, and we don't get that. So yeah, that's kind of how I strategize with cruisers for the most part. I mean, a lot of other cruisers, especially ones, you know, some of the American ones, the bullet trajectory is really high, so you can kind of duck and hide behind islands. But with these Japanese ones, you know, it's kind of, I want to say like middle, you know, middle height. But this is kind of how I have it outfitted, and then I've got my epic mod on the fire control system. So then I'm using Commander. I've got a Geis on here, so it's Mr. Scrooge, so this is, you know, who it actually is, the Yamamoto guy. So this is how, you know, base trait. The only thing in here I don't like is the base trait is for AP shells, and then I'm hardly ever using AP shells. But I'm doing for, you know, my inspirations are, you know, better accuracy and more HE damage. And then for cruisers, a lot of times I'm using fully packed just because I like having the extra consumables. But yeah, so thanks for watching, everybody. I plan on putting out some more World of Warship Legends videos. So let me know kind of what you liked, what you didn't like. If you got any recommendations for loadouts, things like that, commanders, let me know. Put a note in the comments for me. But yeah, thanks for watching. Stick around for more. Stay tuned, like and subscribe, all that fun stuff. Thanks, everybody.